Hello everyone, this is Mary Ann and I'm back with another video, and this is just a video that's gonna be showing you a small change that I made in my current planning system that makes a big difference. Now before I jump in, I would just like to say that I've already made a video about my planning system. It's called How I Plan, and I'm going to put the link down below in the description box, and I advise that you watch that video first. It's like 24 minutes long. But it can give you some ideas if you're in search about the right planning system for you. But I suggest that you watch that video first before watching this one, because in that video I discuss my entire planning system, and in this video I discuss with you a small change that I made in that planning system that I have discussed in that other video. So anyway, let's jump right in. As you know, I am on the day on 2 pages with the tipped in sheets for the weekly task list and the weekly summary, and it looks like this. The weekly task list is tipped in to the left edge of the Monday spread, so that when I turn the page, the task list follows me. And then the weekly summary is appended to the right edge of the Sunday spread, so that when I'm making my weekly summary, I can just flip the pages and then write in the details. So that's the reason for that. But then while I was actually doing something else, I think I was studying. And then I got this, all of a sudden I had this flash of an idea or an inspiration that there was something wrong with the placement of the pages, because the weekly task list is really for planning, and this left page is all for tracking, and this one here is for planning, and the weekly summary is for tracking. Anything that you write down after the fact is tracking, and anything you write down before it happens, like appointments and to-do lists before they happen, that's pertaining to planning. So I first laid it out like this. This is for tracking and this is for planning. And sorry about that. I'm trying to cover the glare from the sun. It's starting to set. So anyway, this is for tracking and this is for planning. And so when I appended the task list and the weekly summary sheet, it went like this. This is for planning, this is for tracking, this is for planning, and this is for tracking. And there was something kind of wrong about that. So what I did is I switched the places of the two weekly lists across. So what I came up with is something like this. Yeah, here is what I did. What I did was I just cut out, using my scissors, the weekly task list that was on here, and then I pasted it over the weekly task list. And then I can just print out the template for the weekly summary and then paste it on here. That way, if I have to archive everything, it's still going to be within the pages for that week. Nothing is going to cross over to the next week. Everything that's on these pages will be relevant only to this week. So it will be easier to go back to, because I'm the kind who always goes back to her planner pages for tracking. So that's the main difference that I did. And the benefit of that is when I am going through my days, I can easily see here what tasks I need to do for the week and what tasks and appointments I have for the day. And then when I flip the page, it's going to be pretty much the same thing. Now the benefit of this is that my eyes and my hand no longer have to travel across the entire spread just to look at the information over here for planning and write down over here for planning. It just makes sense to move all the planning stuff into the side that's dedicated for planning. So now everything on this side is all dedicated to planning. And That's one advantage of moving the weekly task list over here. Another advantage is that I have these deadline tabs, which I have already discussed in that video about how I plan. And when the task list is here, it's easy to move things around while being very much aware that there are certain non-negotiable things that are happening within the week. Like for instance, there's bus travel, and then there is something that has to be paid on March 27. What do I have to pay? I have to fund my Eon. Oh, that's the day before the Pebble Kickstarter payments have to come in. The Pebble Kickstarter actually kicks in on here, but I have to fund my card the day before. So that's a non-negotiable. It has to be funded on that day. So I have a deadline tab for that. And this one is also not negotiable because that's bus travel from Manila to Naga, and that's an 8-hour bus drive. So when I am going through my days like that and going through my weekly task lists, it just helps me with deciding if I have all the deadline tabs visible on there. And here's a view of a different week with another bus travel. That's my travel back to Manila. That's an 8-hour bus drive. So when it's visible, it's easier to make decisions about what you're gonna do or what you can deal with if you have all of the information laid out and visible to you in just one place. So that's an advantage of that, and that's why I think I can pretty much make a go of this. This is the same system. I just switched the two tipped in sheets around, and I think I like it. I'm gonna give it a try, and if it doesn't work, then I'll switch back or make the necessary changes, and that's okay. And for me, that's planner peace, knowing that your system is not perfect, but also knowing that you can make the minor changes that you need to do. I think planner peace is more about empowering yourself to bend your planning system to what you need it to do for you, instead of you bending to what the planning system is offering you. I mean, if you buy things off the shelf, that's fine. That's where you start. That's where I started. But planner peace lies in recognizing that you have the power to make the small changes in your existing planner system to make it more customized to your needs. It's not tossing everything out and then buying something completely different for an entire year, and then after 2 weeks you're so fed up with it and then you toss it again, and then you look for something that you think you would like, and it's a cycle. And I don't think that for me, in my case, I have not been able to achieve planner peace that way. But planner peace really is a process of tweaking your planner system in order to bend it to your will. And so planner peace is more like a process of empowering yourself in coming up with a system that suits you perfectly well. So that's just a few thoughts on planners and planning systems, and I hope I didn't ramble on too much, and I hope I was able to give you some ideas on how to make your planner systems work for you. I'm no expert by all means, but I'm just sharing with you what works for me, just in case you can get some ideas on what can probably work for you. So that's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, bye.